What's the best way to pass the time at a boring desk job? I'm not sure it's the best way, but I open and close Reddit 87 times a day. Shoot for 88. I believe in you. Do you want him to go back to the future? Podcasts are a great way to pass the time, especially long episodes. Hardcore History is hands down the best 3 to 6 hour podcasts about the most craziest brutal moments in history in intimate detail. Really gets into your head about just how crazy fucked up history really is. It's awesome. Work on your personal projects, just don't let your company find out, because it probably says in your contract that anything you make during work time belongs to them. Does my employer own my comments and my karma? Oh god, oh fuck, my Reddit career is over. You can only do this once in a while, but when you need a break for a bit you could use fakeupdate.net to throw up a fake update screen. That's an excuse to do some other stuff like be on your phone or whatever. Just seriously don't overdo it. I'll add another one that is nice. This sketchy website link allows you to browse Reddit, but makes it look like some generic email service. Be careful with that as well though. This would be great, but I have dual monitors at my desk and it only works on one monitor at a time. I could probably figure out a way to black out my other screen though. You could just turn it off. Lol. I'm an idiot. Teach yourself to do crazy stuff in Excel. I taught myself how to do crazy stuff in Excel. My last job was in purchasing, and we used a lot of spreadsheets. I started out learning formulas to do things quicker. Then I moved to more in-depth formulas like VLOOKUP, then index match. I would just look at a process that I was doing in Excel, wonder if it could be done quicker or automatically, then Google how to do it. Eventually this led to automating things in Excel using VBA. I have literally no background in technology, but it wasn't hard to figure out. Before I left that job, I had multiple reports in Excel that would open themselves up at scheduled points in the day, update themselves, then email themselves to the correct people. I'm an attorney now, but I run my day through a schedule I made in Excel. It has all my cases and times/dates. It has a data entry form that I can use to quickly update the schedule or add to it. If I click on the cell with the opposing counsel's name, it brings up their full contact info plus an option to draft an email to them. The email autofills the subject line with the case number and defendant's name, automatically has my signature, and starts the email off with attorney name. When I add a new case, the schedule creates a new folder for it in a designated location and autofills that folder with templates of Word documents that I use for notes and trial prep. If I click on the cell with the next hearing's date, it pulls up a little calendar with that date circled and tells me how many work days I have to prepare. It also tracks how my cases are resolved. I'm working on that today, actually. The goal is to be able to click a button and get a report that breaks down cases by outcome, judge, opposing attorney, and crime. Then I can use it to look for places I need improvement. Edit. To clear up some confusion, we do have case management software, and I do use it religiously. But when I started, I was bouncing between that software, physical calendars, emerald calendars in Excel, physical notes on legal pads/sticky notes, business cards, etc. etc. It was a pain in the ass, so I made this as a kind of hub to keep me organized. It basically shows me what cases need worked on in the management software, and when that work needs done. And it organizes it all in chronological order while giving me a centralized area that has quick access to things like my notes or contact information. As far as learning how to do things in Excel, I found that you will almost always learn more and retain information better if you have a goal in mind. If you go into this wanting to learn how to automate a weekly sales forecast, it will be so much easier than if you go in just wanting to know more about Excel in general. I'm trying to reply to comments and questions, but there are a lot. I'm not great at explaining how things work because I'm still learning. But seriously, if I can figure this out, anyone can. I'm a software developer, but I'm pretty fresh to the industry, so my company doesn't throw me a whole lot of work just yet. I've been learning to do some graphic design stuff on the side with the software that comes on my work computer. Shit, I actually stayed like 2 hours late last night because I was too deep into the stuff I was making. Eavesdropping. See how far can you listen when you focus. I work in a 10x10m office with only one other person. There's nothing to eavesdrop on. I work in a 10x10m office with only one other person. There's nothing to eavesdrop on. Bit off topic, but when I first got some noise cancelling headphones I took them on a flight. They were only in earbuds, but they were great at cancelling out the background/engine noises on a plane, so even without music or anything playing, it's nice to just have them on. The fun thing is that people are talking louder than normal to get over that background noise, so you can quite often hear conversations from farther away, even people who are talking to a partner sat right next to them. Also, no one suspects you're eavesdropping because you're wearing headphones. Read. I had a very boring job about 7 years ago where I got my entire day's worth of work done in the first hour. So I downloaded the Kindle app for PC and read the entire Song of Ice and Fire series. Easy to click out of if someone comes up to you and doesn't really look like anything but a PDF of text. Use Alt plus Tab to change quickly to a new window. I always keep ML or an Excel doc behind what I'm really doing so I can switch back to that. You could start a romance with the office receptionist. Ah yes, the perfect romance. Me, a 27-year-old single guy. A 66-year-old married diabetic with horrible gout. I used to write at work a lot. At work. I'm already tired of it. I can see why you stopped. Get good at chess. 3 or more days per move, so you can walk away from the app. The rules never change, and tactics puzzles are the way to go. Listen to great literature/minds. Most, if not all, public domain books are posted on YouTube. Listen at 2x speed for bonus points. Find new music. Spotify's radio feature is great for this because it allows you to find tracks by similar artists, songs, albums, etc. Practice meditation. Concentration and mindfulness are skills that need to be actively developed. Learn new skills. YouTube is indispensable for learning coding, new languages, and anything under the sun. Start with things you imagined would be interesting as a kid. Better yourself. You spend most of your waking life at work, and you'll never achieve happiness by twiddling your thumbs. When all else fails, browse Reddit. I've started from the bottom and can't get past that. Stare at the wall and think about all the places you went wrong in your life. Plug it all into Excel and find areas you can improve. Look up existential crisis. Send inflammatory emails to addresses picked at random from the company directory. Will it be a superior? A subordinate? That suspicious looking guy with the nervous tick whom everyone suspected of bringing a hooker to the holiday party? What repercussions could you expect? Will Deborah file another sexual harassment lawsuit? Will Dan go on another break room bender? Will you be fired for inappropriate behavior? Promoted for being just the right amount of crazy? Regardless of what happens, you'll be in for an adventure, and what's more, you'll get some exercise out of it too. Granted, it won't do much if you're trying to bulk up, but it's a great way to get your heart going. One of the things I like to do sometimes when I'm bored is Google bars and restaurants in other countries, look at their menus, and try to decide what I would get if I were going there. I find it to be a relaxing way to pass the time, and who knows, maybe one day I'll actually get to eat/drink at some of those places. I love the idea of you going out with friends and being like, oh cool, I've never been there, then before the waiter has handed out menus being like, I'll have the roasted fennel, quinoa and piquillo pepper burger and a bottle of the Jeffrey Chambertin Rupert fills. Read a book. I realize you can't hold a physical book at work without getting noticed. I load my EPUB files into Google Books and use the web interface to read. I also use the virtual desktops in Windows 10 and a button my mouse I programmed to quickly switch between my work desktop and my goofing off desktop. It doesn't hurt that I'm in a private office, no one can see my monitor, and I'm double as the it guy, so I know no one is spying on me. I had a job for a year where I could get about a week's worth of work done in a couple days, but the internet at the office was locked down to most websites. After watching S1 of GoT, I had to Reddit, so I found PDFs of the books and read all 5 on my computer. Man, I would kill for free time at work. So much shit I could accomplish. Duolingo, podcasts, Reddit, artistry. I would never run out of stuff to do. Yeah, you say that now. Being bored at work isn't what it seems. I feel like my brain is losing its ability to function at a high level a little more every day. I've been in a desk job for 3 years now that basically demands I sit and fill a chair and not much else. The first month was great. You're telling me I get paid good money to browse Reddit? Yes, please. After that I started to feel more empty and stupid. 3 years in, and I wonder what if this is the culmination of my career or if I can do/be better. Back to Reddit.